Hi guys, I'm Tess and this is It's Fine, a show where I try classic recipes for the first time. Today we're making croissants. I have to be honest, I have made croissants before, but I've never been successful with them, so I hope today is a successful try. We are going to make our dough first. Into the bowl, we're gonna put our flour, sugar, salt, and yeast. We're gonna stir the dry ingredients together just so that we can distribute the salt and yeast, because if they touch each other for too long, the salt can kill the yeast. We're gonna make a well for our wet ingredients, a nice little hole. First up is dairy milk. We need a cup, which is a lot of milk, it's surprising. So much dairy milk in croissants. A cup of milk, warm water. The milk just enhances the texture and also adds creaminess to the dough, which makes it more delicious. And we're going to mix it together until the dough starts pulling away from the sides of the bowl. It'll probably take like 5-ish minutes, between 5 and 10, but I'm assuming closer to 5. Okay, our dough is looking beautiful, and we're gonna add each piece of butter one at a time while the mixer's going, which might take another 5-ish minutes because you want the pieces of butter to incorporate into the dough before you add the next one. Oh, did anyone see that? Okay, our dough is done. That was a project for the mixer. We have to be honest, it did start smoking. But it's okay. We're gonna turn our dough out onto the counter. This dough needs to go rest in the fridge. And what we're gonna do is take a knife and make an X into it, because then after, when we go to roll it out, it'll be easier for it to be rolled into a rectangle. Beautiful. We're gonna cover it with some plastic wrap. And now the dough needs to rest, and we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. Let me tell you all the reasons why I love dairy milk in the time it takes me to whisk my morning matcha. I've always been a whole milk kind of girl, and I love to start my morning off with some sort of milk-forward beverage, whether it be a decaf cappuccino, or in this case, a creamy matcha latte. And here's what people don't talk about enough. Dairy milk is a good source of protein. It helps keep me full for longer, and as a mom to a toddler who's running around all day, it's critical. Plus, it's a nutrient powerhouse, including calcium, vitamin D, and potassium, so that I know that my morning is off to a great start. Because starting strong doesn't have to be complicated. Just add milk. The most fun part to me, look at all this butter. We're gonna make our butter block. Like, isn't that beautiful? That looks gorgeous. Place our butters in the center and then roll them out. If you worked in a bakery, you would have a laminator, but we don't, so you use your hands and your arm strength. We could do a little hit because that makes it easier. My face is very serious when I do this. I'll be honest, I don't actually know how it works, but like the surface tension, I know this about dough, is like when you're rolling it out, if you flip it over, the surface tension on the other side is easier to roll out. So like if you're not getting anywhere on this side, flip it, and then like it's easier to roll out on the other side. So I feel like it would work the same way with butter, and let me tell you, it is. It's fine. I'm trying to go into a 10 by 10 square, not rectangle. And let me tell you, I'm at 11.5 by 8, so perfect. We've gone over the 10, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be. I'm just gonna go this way with my rolling. The dough sheeters are just so fun. Like, I've always looked and watched videos of them, and they just like go like this. They go, it goes on a conveyor belt, and it just goes, and it comes out like the perfect size, perfect thickness. That's why you could make croissants in a large scale at a bakery easily. When you're doing them by hand, it's like, oh my goodness, who does this all day? Nobody, a machine does. I feel like that feels good. Butter block. Now this goes in the fridge because it's warmed up too much. We want it to get hard again, and then when you take it out of the fridge, it should just be able to have like a small indent, not too much. And we're gonna put it in our dough. Look at that, our dough rose. See our big X in the center? Risen dough. A little bit of flour on the surface, a little bit of flour. Now roll it out. We're gonna aim for a rectangle that is 20 inches because our butter block was 10 in length, like this way. So it's gonna be double. And then our butter block was 10 this way, and we're gonna go to like 12. So there's just 1 inch on either side, which is like, we're mainly going this direction. Barely any of this. Roll, roll, roll. See, now I flip. I feel like it's just natural to flip. We are now ready for our butter block that's gonna go in the center. Okay. See? Way better. Now we pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay, we're gonna push it out. I'm so nervous. This is where your butter can break. This is where we all have issues. Have you had butter break before? Yeah, this morning. This is where the sheeter comes in handy because it does it for you and it's perfect. This is always so scary because what you need to happen here is your dough has to roll out with the butter. You want the butter to like move perfectly with it. And if it's too cold, it'll break. So you'll see like little chunks because it's gonna be pushing, but it's not like pliable enough, but you don't want it to melt inside. So it's really a fine balance of temperature. We're ready for a buck fold. Is in, half again, and then we're gonna roll. Okay, again. Gentle roll, gentle roll. You fridge it for an hour, and then you do 2 more book folds, and you refrigerate it for an hour again. We are going to trim them and make our perfect little triangles, and I'm very excited. I'm just gonna trim the edges before I cut, just so that you make triangles. Cutting it is like so satisfying. We're gonna roll. They proof at room temperature, not in the fridge. They'll probably take like 2 hours, but they're gonna puff up, nice and puffy. Our croissants are proofed. We proofed with some plastic wrap just so that they don't get dried out. Anytime I've made croissants at home before, the butter seeps out and then they kind of cook in their own butter, so it's almost like the bottom gets fried. They're a good croissant. They're just not like, wow, that's the best croissant I've ever had. I fear I might have the same thing happen again, and I truly don't know how to do it any different. We're going to just hope for the best right now. We are putting egg yolk and a little bit of cream together just to egg wash the top so that they get nice and shiny. And you're not gonna egg wash the entire thing. You're just gonna egg wash, you know how in a croissant, it's shiny just on the top piece, on the 2 edges here. That's all you're gonna egg wash. You're not gonna egg wash the crack in between here. It's a delicate, precise process. They are going in the oven for 20 minutes at 475. Come with me on a field trip. Into the oven. Doo, doo, doo. Okay, they look fine. They did what I thought they were gonna do. They pooled in their own butter. See that? And they just like, anyway, it's a croissant. We'll be eating them. The croissants look slightly well done, but I'm not mad at it. I would rather, if I have to be honest, a darker croissant than a too light croissant, okay? That's preference. They did what I thought they would do, which is cook in their own butter. A croissant is very difficult to make by hand. If you have a laminator, it doesn't put any of the heat on it. It makes it perfect. Doing them by hand is just a tricky job, but I think we did a very good job for the task at hand. But we are going to eat one right now. And with my perfect croissant, I'm just gonna have a quick glass of milk, which is my preferred beverage with a dessert. You can see it's not like airy like it should be. We had layers, let's try it. It's good. Like you still get the flakes in your mouth. It still tastes delicious. It's just not like super fluffy, airy like a bakery croissant would be, but it is not bad. It is good. The flavor is phenomenal. I mean, how could you be mad at butter and flour? You know what I mean? I think we did excellent work. It's phenomenal.